Well, thank you very much indeed for taking the time to talk to us today.
I'm happy to do so.
Fantastic to be here in San Antonio, isn't it?
It is. It's wonderful. It's a little bit hotter than it is in DC, but we adjust.
And everybody who's been coming for the meeting, they're really getting something out of it, aren't they? They're really engaging today.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about the role of ASEE and in terms of how it interacts with all the different organizations and groups that are around. What do you see as the pivotal role of ASEE?
ASEE serves as a pivotal connector, a pivot point, a point of connection to a variety of organizations with regard to across a broad range of issues. I know that you've talked with our President-elect, past President, and incoming President-elect about issues such as our interactions with the K-12 community. Right now, there are it's a very hot topic because the next generation science standards are coming out. Those standards for the first time include engineering as part of the science standards, and that comment period is going on right now. So the involvement of engineers in that process is going to lay the foundation for what are going to be the science standards for the next half decade to a decade before those things undergo revision again. So now's a critical time for us to be involved in helping to define what others see as engineering, and so it's important to have engineers involved in that definition process. ASEE is very heavily involved in public policy issues right now. The Congress has a number of bills before it, and while we are not a lobbying organization, I think we can offer critical insights and opinions on whether or not there is a shortage of engineers, what types of measures make sense in terms of retaining engineers both within current programs, undergraduates and graduates, the types of things that can be done to make sure that international students who choose to stay and keep their talents here after they've been educated within the U.S. can have the opportunity to stay within the U.S. In addition to the public policy issues, there are issues around connections with utilization of domestic talent. So we talked about international. There are obviously issues with diversity in terms of participation of underrepresented minorities, women, persons with disabilities. ASEE has divisions devoted to each of those issues, and each of those represents a key element of our strategy for growth into the future.
It seems to me that you've got a lot on your plate. You've got a lot to do, right? So, and how would you define, I mean, I know people must ask you this, how would you define what the true value of ASEE membership is?
The value of ASEE membership is in providing an opportunity for individual, and we serve broadly academic engineering, or those concerned with academic engineering. So that is both individual faculty, it's grad students, it's undergraduates, it is administrative staff associated with colleges and universities, it is those industrial professionals who are concerned with the quality of their future workforce, and it is those firms that are concerned about having goods and services to sell to academic institutions. So all of those are encompassed within ASEE. Our value then is in bringing those different constituencies together, providing them with an opportunity to interact, and providing them with added value that helps them to pursue their own individual goals and objectives.
Let me finish off by asking you a tough question. So a lot of people talk in America about the value of engineering, the importance of engineering, of making things. You know, is it talk, or does the engineering education profession actually live up to that expectation?
Well, let me challenge the premise of the question. My definition is that, in shorthand, is engineers do systems for the manipulation of stuff. And by do, I mean engineers ideate, envision, design, realize, create, operate, and retire systems, products, processes, or services. And when I say manipulation, I mean transformation in form, state, or location. And by stuff, it's matter, energy, or information. That's quite a lot. It's across an entire spectrum of things. So engineering is quite broad, and engineers are engaged in, if you think about it, engaged in really everything that's going to be important for the society's future growth and economic, social development. And so we need to make sure that we have people who are properly prepared to take on that task.
Well, thank you so much indeed for talking to us today, and hope you enjoy the conference. It's got off to a great start.
It's off to a fantastic start.
Thank you.
Thank you.